Part 2 of travelling from Zimbabwe to the UK, and this is how it's going. I woke up with 2 mozzie bites, breakfast for kings. And you know how I said their communication was dire? Well, last night they said to be ready by 9, and then at breakfast one of the other passengers told me 7:45, and that they'd received a call at 2 a.m. letting them know, and it was already 7:50, so this would be rushing downstairs, then be waiting until after 9 for our bus. And oh, it gets worse. The first bus comes and goes, and the second bus goes to the wrong location, so we get collected at 9:30, not 7:45, not 9:30, and then we're all cramped on like sardines. And now it's day 2 of me wearing the same underwear, because obviously I didn't predict this, but I ignored that fact and get to the airport and managed to steal some deodorant for one of my trauma bonded family. There's the culprit that delayed us 24 hours. But here we go, manifesting positivity. Window seat, gonna see my fam soon. But then it all goes a little bit tits up again, because as I'm sleeping the man next to me seems to be fidgeting an awful lot, and turns out it was going through my bag. I even feel anxious talking about this, but I wake up to my bag that was under my seat pulled out and the pockets wide open. And now I can't prove this, and nor did I accuse this man, but the way that he was nervously sweating and side-eyeing me tells me that he's guilty. So after a little bit of encouragement from my husband, I got up, told the staff to move seats, and that same man was watching what I was doing. Swiftly putting that behind me, we land in Doha, and I have a 4-hour stopover, so I get to explore. And this airport, guys, is like a rainforest. Look at that. A rainforest with a shopping mall. A shopping mall that's for the rich and famous, so I can admire, but I didn't buy. Everywhere you turn in this airport is just magnificent and wonderful, and I would live here if I had the option. But you know, family and kids and all that, and I wouldn't be surprised if there's been weddings thrown here, as this airport is truly an experience in itself. And then I found a Burger King and almost wet myself, because it's been at least a year since I had a Burger King, and so I treated myself to the Junior Whopper. And although yes, it's a kid's portion, it was still massive and I couldn't finish it. And I just want to find out, please, if anyone knows where I can buy that necklace, because I'd like to wear it on the school runs. My homegirls have their designer bags and I'll have my bling bling. Next I make what seems like a 30-minute trek to my gate, and to find a quiet room with lying down seats. Honestly, peace and quiet, lying down. What else could I ask for? So I make base, connect to the Wi-Fi and do some scrolling. And time just flies when you're doing fuck all, because I'm already going into the lounge to get on the plane. There's our big boy taking us to London Heathrow. And is it me, or have I been assigned a fancy seat with socks and eye mask, earplugs and toothbrush and toothpaste? The first flight didn't do that, and that was longer. It is now 1 a.m. and I'm exhausted, so I sleep for most of the flight. I wake up, have a tea and then go freshen up. I'm feeling, looking and smelling rough. Firstly, the hair isn't hairing anymore, so that needs to go up, and then it's time to scrub it up those teeth. And at this point I'm contemplating going up to first class and trying to steal a shower, but I really don't want to get kicked off the plane or arrested, so staying stinky it is. And 2, I found some Odie toilet. I think it's probably to spray the poop smell away, but that doesn't make sense because girls don't poop. That'll have to do. Quick once over, then off you go. And finally, after 48 hours, I arrive in London, and I pretty much sprinted off that plane, only to have to wait half an hour for my bags. There's my sister. We both had the same idea of recording each other before seeing each other. What a great feeling seeing my family again. But I'd like to make a complaint. What's this wet stuff, please?